it's an achievement in many ways. Number one, it's getting the Commonwealth, the state, King Island Council, Telstra, all collaborating, working together. Secondly, we've got a world first, which is the transmission hop between Cape Wickham and Victoria. And then thirdly, obviously, there's an increase in coverage, there's an increase in speed, there is opportunity for more tourism. And if I've done 2 days on the island, and it's about my 4th visit, but you can recall, I can recall 2 years ago, Cape Wickham struggling on 3G. Now, you've got one of the world's best golf clubs, or golf businesses, and you've got people from all over the world coming here, and now they've got a world-class mobile experience. You go down the road, and then you got a new coverage at Yambakuna for the farmers. You go down further, and Lorana, the airport, you know, King Island Dairy and the airport. And I recall 2 or 3 years ago, the airport had scratchy coverage and really poor data speeds. That's now changed. So it's a big achievement. You know, Narracourt, let's talk about it. And we sectorised and gave 3 times capacity to Linwood as well.
Now, talking about the new hub at Cape Wickham, hey, the world first, what does it really do for most of the island? What is what is happening?
Yeah, well, the island needs to be connected to something. Traditionally, it's been connected to, you know, Cape Grim on Tasmania, and it's still got that connection. But the new connection directly into the national network has a 10.6-fold increase. So that means you got a big hose. You can say you got a garden hose down south to Tasmania. You've got a fire hose going north. So data can go pouring through it, and then serve everybody's needs.
Tell us a little bit about tea trees, because we often hear that tea trees, which is hard to understand almost, are a massive blockage when it comes to signal.
Yeah, well, we show 2 types of maps on our coverage on our website. We have handheld outdoor coverage and then coverage with an external antenna. It's because a lot of factors impact on the mobile network. You know, buildings, and in particular on King Island, let's talk about it. It's the sand dunes, obviously, and the tea trees, the vegetation are very thick and obviously hard to penetrate signal through some of those.
Yeah, because you would think, like, when you're in a big city with buildings, with concrete and steel structures, that would be a lot harder, but I guess it's a different infrastructure? Or?
It's just the network is the network. It's an efficient network, but it doesn't go through, you know, huge, you know, thick foliage or some elements and some buildings. Like people with tin roofs, the network can bounce off. That's why we have 2 maps, outdoor coverage and coverage with an external antenna.
Now 3G is disappearing soon.
Yeah.
What about our copper wires, the old system? That must be coming to an end too, isn't it?
Well, it still exists, but there are more and more technologies that are becoming universal service obligation compliant. You know, Starlink, for example, and now Telstra has a unique global world first with Starlink, where we can offer the Starlink broadband service and also the landline service in a package.
Yeah. Now, with the whole development, we talk about a digital highway. Where do you see the future go, and where can people on King Island go when it comes to the digital highway? What can they learn?
Well, I think, the digital highway is just part of everyday life now. And the more remote you are, I think the more important it is. And technologies are dramatically changing. You've got, obviously, fixed broadband, which is, you know, the big pond kind of internets and things like that, the Starlinks. You've got the mobile network as well, and increasingly satellites becoming more important. So all these connectivity options will keep people well connected.